So we move on to the next show, whilst it's a little bit brighter and a little bit lighter. We all took a little trip.
We did.
Once again, it was a rare occasion where in 2 short weeks we get to see some of the crew.
Yeah.
Get to go watch the show with producer Petter. A show that we've been looking forward to, mostly because Petter's been talking it up since they started, but it was Salford City Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Rain of Fire show, 4th of July, my birthday, which was nice.
Yeah.
Which is why this part of the show has been brought to you by the delightful Kate, Joe from Damn It Bacon.
Yes.
Very kind thought, with including travel fork.
Yeah.
So that was,
everything.
it was really lovely. That was so nice.
It was a slab of cake as well. It was like it reminded me of Matilda. You know, like that big.
What different tea rooms I got treated. So thank you for that. But that was just a really lovely start to the night. However, the evening's festivities of violence and violence.
Family violence.
Before we go into the actual show itself, like I say, we were super excited about this one going into it. On the note of obviously accessibility, they were incredibly good. They noticed we bought a ticket, and just not out of notices in penciled in, just they noticed that there was an
accessibility ticket had been purchased. And I got an email from them saying, "Hey, we noticed that you got an accessibility ticket. Is there anything, like how can we accommodate you and everything?" So I came back to them and kind of told them my kind of personal requirements, and then they wanted to make sure I was sat in the best place possible. That they even sent me a photograph of like areas circled, so I knew where I would be in relation to, like, say, the toilet and stuff like that. And it was just really, really lovely. So I immediately was even more excited to go, because I was like, oh, they're actually really thinking about this. So yeah, they were really on it. So thank you for that. It was great.
Really cool and lovely atmosphere. It was a Friday night, so everyone was done from work, ready for the weekend. The kids were all so excited.
Yeah.
And the kids there apparently are becking feral.
Yeah, they were
absolutely brilliant.
They loved it.
Group of lasses right by us who were absolutely losing their mind all the way throughout, especially during
Tiny legends, all of them. Don't lose that. Don't lose that.
No one take it away from them.
No.
Because they kept me going from start to finish. And for the first match, which was a 5-way match between, and now I might not remember everyone's nicknames and stuff. I'm still new to some of the wrestlers in Salford City Pro Wrestling, but I'm sure Petter will correct me if I'm wrong. But the Star Killer, Dave Birch.
From Forbidden Planet.
Yes, I got it, Star Killer.
Nice. I like it.
Now, come on now.
Good old Dave.
We had Bentley, we had Alex Boylan, we had Jack Barron, and we had Philip Michael. We had some who were in the Zumba weights.
That is Jack Barron and Philip Michael.
I need to say Jack Barron. Brilliant. Okay. Bentley, we've never seen him before.
The Vigilante.
Really cool. He had some great energy as well. He was just like...
there was something really familiar about him. I don't know, but he was thrown. He was doing a lot of really great shoulder tackles within really confined space and selling them really well.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, he made them look really brutal in those kind of small quarters with 5 guys in a ring as well.
Yeah, and with that, like, the ceiling kind of is like a dome and had like a ledge as well, so you have to be really careful around top ropes and jumping. So,
but he got those moves out and really good.
Oh, hang on, I think Petter wants.
Before you carry on, would you like the little build up to the match?
Huh?
The build up to it. The reasoning behind.
You just reminded me, actually. It's like, that was a nice little reminder, actually. When you actually get to Salford City, they have these kind of like, it's like a piece of paper for the chairs, and it's essentially like a playbill almost, where it's a rundown of the matches, who's in them, and kind of what happened. Here it is. What happened beforehand, that you knew what was happening and why it was happening. And I thought that was great because, I mean, we were brand new to the promotion. Obviously, Petter has been filling us in on here about what's been going on. But if you just decided, you know what, I'm just going to go along and check this out, everything you need to know is right here. So before, you don't have to kind of spend the first few, the entrances and stuff of the matches feeling out, oh, this is the heel, this is their guy, and figuring things out. It's all there. And at the beginning as well, the ring announcer, whose name I have just forgotten.
Che Burnley. Because he does the announcing at Atomic as well.
Yeah, do you remember? I love he was trying to get the whose house thing. So if you do go to Salford City,
Jay's house.
When he says whose house, please do say Jay's house because I love that. But at the beginning of the show, Jay actually got in the ring with this and gave us all and everybody a lovely, in-depth kind of rundown of everything that was going on. I love that. I think we'll just get into the matches because you can actually watch this now. It's up on YouTube. So if you are interested after hearing what we've kind of talked about on here, go and watch it. We'll link it in the description and you'll hear all the kind of detailed, in-depth kind of what's gone on and what's led up to it. Obviously, there'll be bits where, Peter, you'll be able to kind of fill in aspects of the matches and stuff that we don't know about.
And you'll see us.
I just love things like this.
And you'll see us in the corner
as well. What?
You'll see us in the corner as well.
Well, you'll see us in the corner.
Yeah.
I saw myself. I was watching it. There is definitely a few times where I'm just like, Brian was just getting tasted for a second. But we'll get into that.
Yeah. So just on that though, that first match, that five-way match was a lot of fun because of some of the backstory. So they all trained together, and I believe it was Bentley who's called for the match. It was indeed he was sick of the bullshit.
All of them, I think, started together, and he said he wanted to get rid of all the infighting, just get everyone in the ring. That
was it, yeah,
and just get it all out of the system. That was the plan, at least. That was the plan.
He did get it out, and I would say it was a very good match. Yes. It was really fun.
It was so much fun to start the night with. The relationship between the Zumba weights is ripped. I remember basically when as I started watching, I remembered all the stuff that you said from the reviews. Like, oh yes, of course, they're not quite seeing eye to eye.
Yeah.
But they're doing it very funny. Very, very funny dudes. And yeah, I think I've got to see Dave Birch for the first time, so I know you're quite high on Dave Birch, and he seems to have been someone that has been spoken about before. Totally get it as well. Dude was he reminded me of Manchester Nathan Fraser.
Yeah,
he was just. And
he reminded me of Nathan Fraser.
Yeah, in no other way than a compliment because he was fast, he was athletic, he had a great look to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, they all did as well. They all clearly kind of had.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Crowd loved it as well, and also shout out to the referee because he's doing your absolute most there because that was chaos.
Steve Grimshaw, who did
was good to see for the first time as well.
So, Steve Grimshaw, the referee, that did pretty much almost everyone, barring a couple, because I think Reese was there as well.
Yeah,
the duo.
I was actually going to shout him out because I thought he was great throughout the entire show. There was so many moments, poor guy, and it I'm going to say it. That's the theme of the podcast. It was hot. It was not as hot. It was not as hot as Progress, but it got hot in there. And so yeah, I always have love for the referees, but he was great. Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely. They were like I say, the entire it was perfect. I felt really special that night because it was my birthday kind of thing. And I don't do birthdays, I don't really give a shit. But I don't know if I was just a lot more relaxed, but it was just this is exactly what I wanted.
It was fun. It was just fun.
Yeah, there's no attention kind of drawn to it. It was just, we're just there to watch some wrestling. And everyone was in a good vibe. It was just around nice things, nice people.
We also had Wrestle Jesus with us, Stephen, and it was his birthday too.
It was indeed.
And Miles with us. Joe from Damn It Bacon, his brother. It was a really lovely little kind of gathering and watching it with all of you. It was just a lot.
So good. So it's a great start to the match. Great start to the show itself. Like I say, yeah, Alex Boylan was glad to finally see Alex.
Yeah.
As well. This is all based off kind of things that I've been told from Petter. But we've been excited to go to this show for a while and can't wait for their show on August 29th, but more on that later. The next match that we had was...
I would say... Harris. Do you want to mention what happened at the end of that 5 match?
Oh, would you like to take the reins on?
Yeah.
So, towards the back end...
Oh, God, yes. No.
It's all right. You was busy eating cake, so you're exempt. So the back end of the match saw pretty much everyone bar Dave Birch in the ring, and 2 masked men came down to the ring, interfered on possibly Birch's behalf, as we now know. I think a few people knew who they were that's in. One practically gave it away. They took everyone out. Birch did not get touched by these 2 masked men. Birch wins the match. Then the 3 of them just jump around, celebrating.
No spoilers.
Oh, they know. It's been posted.
No spoilers.
One match I will spoil.
Just do one.
One. Because it needs saying. It needs saying.
For what you're saying, it pretty much, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen. Based off 2 guys coming out, you're pretty guaranteed that someone's going to
happen. Yeah.
So the 2 men were unmasked, and it was the 2 members of the bigger picture, being Joe Young. My mind's gone blank. And Nishiki.
Nishiki, of course. Yeah, because Jay kept saying Iki. I was just like, every time now, every single time someone
said it wrong on the podcast once.
I was like, say it wrong again.
I felt awful.
That was cool. That was a really cool moment. We had seen Nishiki before in Salford, correct?
Yes,
Nishki's been on every show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got mentioned in the, he was giving us all the little summaries and stuff.
Yeah.
And so you got brought up then. But yeah, it was actually quite good to see those guys.
Mighty Joe Young, I should add. Mighty Joe Young and Nishiki. I was trying to remember what his other word was, and it was mighty.
Yeah. No, but that was a really good thing. And again, like obviously being new to it, that whole little scenario made me go, "Oh, I want to see what happens next time." So, good work there.
The thing with Salford as well that they do very well, for considering this was their 4th show as well, they haven't just put like matches for matches' sake. It has kind of interweaved to something will happen and that will go to the next show. And now this has happened.
And I think that's really
what's going to happen moving forward. So that's going to be fun.
I could see a lot of the families. I was watching around throughout the show. I was watching the audience and the crowd. We had a few families sat nearby us as well, so it was good. And I was listening to some parents interacting with the kids, and these kids are so invested in all these little stories, and like some of them had signs and stuff and chants, and it was just really lovely to see because they've invested in these individual stories, and they've all obviously come back again. And I guess that's why it such consistently sells those tickets that it's selling, because the people who've been going from the beginning are invested in all of these stories and all of these people, and I think it's a really great way of doing it. And yeah, I thought it was a really lovely experience to see all these families interacting with each other about the stories and like gossiping about like, what do you think's going to happen? Like, oh no, I can't believe that happened. So yeah, it was really lovely to see that.
Yeah, well, when you get to see it at stuff like Progress or like more adult kind of like centric shows, TNT, stuff like that, the ones that we've been to anyway, it is a much more different dynamic, but it's also very similar because you've just got, instead of it just being like, you know, people in their 30s, 20s, stuff like that, having a bevy and chatting about it, it's families talking about it. The kids are running off and around and stuff like that, getting ready for the show. They're invested in the show. They're looking forward to it. So they're creating their own little wrestling community within a promotion, which is what it's all about. Yeah. I think that's so cool.
Inspiring future wrestling as well, maybe.
But moving on to the second match of the night.
Yes.
So you're going to have to, again, forgive me if I'm wrong about this. However, previously on Salford City Wrestling, Holly Harris made her debut previously, and she came out to help Alfie against Natalie Sykes.
Yeah.
So I'm doing well. I think I did do a little bit of reading. And she was going to be against Lily Winter today. Lily Winter has not been pinned yet. Salford City Wrestling.
She is still undefeated.
And yeah, who now with Natalie Sykes, and Natalie here is a very much a shithouser heel.
She is naughty.
She's very naughty. She came out with a bag of squashies, didn't share any of them.
I was assaulted. I'm joking.
Nearly.
So
Nearly.
We did have, for a while, there was one on the bottom of my shoe.
There was one stuck to the bottom of my shoe.
Put off my balance for a second.
Yeah. Personally victimised by Natalie Sykes.
I still say we should have got it autographed. An autographed squashy.
Really good. We'll take a bag of squashies next time. Get the bag.
Get the bag.
Signs. I like that. So our little exposition here says that Holly Harris describes Holly as a heavy hitter and fierce brawler by nature.
Yeah.
And I can only agree.
Yeah.
She was throwing hands at Lily. Lily's got this really cool demeanor. She's got a really great presence to her and stuff like that. Yeah. But she looks like she could also throw the fuck down and get in the mix. So this was a lot of fun. Natalie constantly trying to fuck about with her.
She was bouncing around that ring like a little Jack Russell Terrier. She was just constantly mouthing off, giving abuse to the crowd. She was throwing things. She was getting all of brilliant.
She is good, Natalie. When she plays the heel role, she is really good.
She was really killing that. I loved it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really is. And when we saw her at North, she's faced her North.
Yeah.
And she's able to keep that same bouncy energy for sure.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't like.
She was still very much her, like Natalie Sykes, but just naughty.
Just a naughty, cheeky version of her who likes to get involved and fuck with people's matches, which, rude.
Can
be done.
She made it real hard for Harley. Harley's tough. We all know that. But the constant, like, just Natalie Sykes of it all made it so hard. She was constantly she was basically in a match with two people, really, at one point.
Oh, God, yeah. However, towards the end of the match, someone does come out to help. Someone who's going to essentially just kind of make things a little bit easier for Harley, who helped her last week. But Alfie comes out.
Balance it out. We've not got that numbers game going on there.
I'm not, obviously, like I said, I'm not going to spoil, but did Alfie come out before the pin or after the pin?
Alfie came out after the pin.
I thought so. I thought it was. So yeah, that's good because
they were doing a good old fashioned beat down. I think
beating the fuck out of Harley.
Because I didn't know what had happened because I looked away for a minute.
Oh,
but I did film it, so I did have a clue what happened in the end.
Fair enough.
This is for later. This is for later.
Yeah. So someone won, and then
Someone did win.
you had both.
Alfie.
You had both Sykes and Winter in the ring, with Harris on her own, which brought out two. How can we call it? Two members of the Salford City roster come to the ring. And those two were Alfie and, of course, her teddy bear, Dee Dee.
Who is not a real wrestler.
How dare you?
Not a person, not a human.
How dare you?
Sorry. That was a bad way of putting it. We were regularly chanting for Dee Dee.
Yeah.
We started the Dee Dee chant. We were the chanters that night.
So Alfie comes out to help Harley in a dire situation. Jay comes out and explains, we're gonna get the next match going. Lily, Harley, you have to get out of here. And it's gonna be Natalie versus Alfie.
Yep, straight into it. Again, that was a lot of fun. Yeah. And the crowd had gotten so excited and worked up. So by obviously, Natalie winding everyone up throughout that match.
Yeah.
Everybody is now just excited, and the energy in the room was like up here. It was so much fun.
So with this as well, this was a match that was supposed to happen for Alfie in particular. Like, it was supposed to happen last time or the time before. I can't quite remember. However, Lily Winter turned that match into a triple threat, which is when Natalie turned. Am I correct in saying this?
No, but in a sense you are. So the second show, Coronation, it saw a triple threat match between Sykes, Winter, and Alfie. Sykes had give the impression that she was everyone's favourite person there, and very quickly turned on Alfie, which led to this now link up with Winter. And Alfie had been on her own, and then Harley has joined the fray and made the sides even.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So with that, we're finally getting Alfie with her one-on-one with Natalie Sykes. Exciting for Alfie to be able to take it back to wherever it is that she comes from, that she hails from. Along with Dee Dee, who I believe is actually her manager.
I wouldn't say manager. I don't want to say support bear, but it's her confidant. We'll put it that way. It might be a manager somewhere, but not as I'm aware.
Well, either way, once again, great match, really fun, kept the energy up high, the crowd going ballistic. The kids absolutely loved Alfie and Dee Dee, obviously.
Yeah.
In fact, I do recall, I think some of the merch is little Care Bears.
Yeah.
That look like little tiny versions of Dee Dee.
Oh.
So she came over and she was like saying hello to the other bears with the bear. It's like, and those are things like, it's such a stark contrast from like, say the Rainbow Rumble or the Big Gay Brunch. It's such a stark contrast from big
difference.
Ordinary people seeing Luke Jacobs and Karen Noir beat 7 shades of shit out of each other,
scoping each other out, and then
exactly. But it's all wrestling and it's all lovely, and it's just like that's why I love it so much. Completely different,
but they were both so wonderful to be a part of.
Yeah, it didn't. Nothing about any of the evening felt like childlike or anything like that. No. In general, it just felt like it was nice, good fun.
Yeah.
You had people being heels. You had heels. You had basically. So you still had that interaction of like, you're evil, you're a bastard.
You're heroes.
But just didn't shout, you or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was a lot more, like way more reserved. Felt like it was like, oh yeah, this is what it's like when I first like kind of came into kiddo's life and stuff like that, and I had to really censor myself. It got, it's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, no. Like, I can have fun without it being a little bit over the edge. So that was a real treat for me personally. And again, Natalie Sykes, the more I see her, the more it's like giving more. It's like Holly Barlow. As I said earlier in the show, you mentioned Holly Barlow, and then all of a sudden, she was everywhere.
Yeah.
And this is happening for me with Natalie Sykes. The more shows I'm seeing, the more it's like, oh, she's there as well. She's there as well. She's there as well. There's a couple of people that are just fucking everywhere.
She's great at Bridge Pro. Every time I'm at Bridge Pro and she's there, if anything, she's more fun at Bridge. But that's because I've seen her more, so she's done more stuff there, obviously. But I think that will come equally at Salford as well.
Oh, well, fantastic. Well,
then didn't we have...
So
we had the interval.
So didn't we have this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was this. It was this and this.
So this and this.
It was that.
It was that.
Oh, you get it.
Yeah.
Part of the show. One of the things we were really looking forward to seeing at this show was who they were going to be the banter bus. And it was Uncle Ryan and Tom Belwell. So it's always great to see them. It's always a fucking good laugh. And they came out during the interval actually to do pictures.
They first came out.
We both got a picture with them. That was fun. I never get pictures with wrestlers, especially in the ring kind of thing. So that was nice.
Yeah.
However, my one didn't get posted. And I have a feeling it's because it just wasn't a good picture. So that's about somewhere yours is about. Mine is not. Which is fine.
I'll see.
It's fine. But yeah, great to see them. However, at the end of the interval, whilst by the way, I should actually point out, and we have footage of this, both myself and Petter has footage of an awesome conga line started by Uncle Ryan.
An awesome conga. I love that.
It was awesome conga. Nice. So he led that around. They were just fucking with people and having a good time.
I went to the toilet, and as I came out of the toilet, literally, Uncle Ryan is like merrily skipping towards me, like, with just a train of people, and I was like, holy shit, the conga is contagious. It's come from Progress and made its way here. Like,
it was just a stick of children just going, in the conga, and then like everyone else started getting involved.
Yeah, everyone joined in. Yeah,
it was brilliant. It was like the wrestling Pied Piper. I'm pretty sure they even said that. But that was a lot of fun.
That was good. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Leading into the second half, though. The banter bus still knocking about.
Mm-hmm.
They are interrupted by one Money Machine, Aiton Steen.
Which, by the way, did he have like a Burger King uniform or a McDonald's uniform on? Because it looked like he had a McDonald's uniform on.
No, he just has that sort of alternate clothing.
That was like he looks like he's got like a vintage McDonald's polo on there.
But
I don't know.
I just thought it was a fun look.
But I did love though with Aiton coming out before he could even say what he wanted to do. He kept getting cut off and said, "You realise he loves it when you boo him." There was a point where Steen was nearly corpsing himself and had to stop himself.
Get away. It was like. He was Salford's Dominic Mysterio, if you can imagine that. Like for a while, Dominic Mysterio just couldn't say a word without the crowd being like, fuck off. It was that every time the microphone went near his lips, the crowd booed him out. It was brilliant. And he came out chatting mad shit.
He's pretty, what's it called from the last show, because he lost to Salford.
I'll say that for the microphones at Salford are loud. And even though Steen was shouting, even the crowd, all the kids were screaming him down which tells you how loud it must have been.
They didn't want to listen to Aiden.
And it's not these. I was really shocked by the size of the venue as well, because the bit where we were queued in, and then from the outside, it's like, there's no, where the are they going to fit a wrestling ring? It was a really decent space.
Yeah.
So yeah, they filled that. They really did fill that place with like energy and noise, and just those kids were absolutely off the chain. Especially when bands was coming out and they got to shout at Aiton Steen, who is in a bit of a mood, because I believe in the previous show he was against Salford Jack in a street fight.
In the Salford street fight and lost.
I did some thing before this because I wanted to remember, because, like I say, the Salford shows are ones I've been really excited to see. They had a bit of back and forth. Recommend you go and watch it. However, it does lead into a match. A match between... I think officially it's announced as the Banter Bus, both of them against Aiton Steen.
But
essentially it's...
Well, Steen was trying to lure Tom into a match.
Yeah.
And Tom wasn't that particularly interested, and said, you will face a Banter Bus member, but you will face Uncle Ryan instead. The greatest manager in wrestling in Manchester.
Ryan.
Who Ryan didn't... I don't think Ryan was particularly enamoured with that idea.
Not quite. Didn't seem it. I would say he didn't seem particularly confused.
No, but Tom had faith in him, you know? He tried to... He
literally coached him through it. Yeah. He had the microphone in his hand the whole time. And it was so funny, though, because he kept going, come on.
Come on.
Come on now.
Ryan, what are you doing?
The one, like, Aiton kicking Ryan in the back, and you just Tom go, oh, now, come on.
That's out of order.
He does that out of order. A little bit later on, I think he suplexed him, and Bella was like, not ideal, that.
It was the one in the corner, the one where Ryan kind of like chops him, and then Tom gets in the ring, and he just goes,
no, not like that.
He went, Steenie, did that hurt? And Aiton just goes,
really.
Not really. And he goes, this is how... Then he chops Steen, and Steen's in absolute agony because he's chopped him so well.
And then he chops Ryan as well. Like, you meant to do it like this.
He says, you meant to do it like this, and he absolutely top hand.
Just comedy wrestling at its fucking finest.
So nonchalantly as well, so wonderfully mank about it. So wonderfully northern about it.
He's so
great.
We started a He's a Stallion chant. He was very happy with that.
My favourite chant was Do the Thing. Because Tom said, hey Ryan, remember I told you to do the thing. Immediately.
And obviously, like, the big moment is the whole kind of throughout this match, obviously, is that Ryan is trying to do a suplex.
Yeah.
And several times he attempts it, doesn't pull it off, but he does finally nail that suplex and the pop. Everybody was so invested. The pop, we all lost it. Yeah. I watched it back. You can see us all just laughing, chanting. Like, I think at one point I'm just crying because I'm just creasing up. And just, the whole thing, that finish was a lot of fun. Aiton was great. Yeah. Bella was great. Uncle Ryan, we all know Uncle Ryan says it himself. I'm not a wrestler.
Yeah.
Not a wrestler. But he pulled a few good moves out. I think you'll find there, Ryan. You are.
Oh, yeah. We definitely were then. 100%. I think the thing I love about all of it, and all through the evening, none of it felt, and this is going to sound like I'm being shitty, I'm in no way being horrible or anything like that, but it didn't feel in any way like kind of carry on. It didn't feel campy. It felt like it was good, fun, family fun, but it didn't feel like it had to go to, at no point throughout the evening did it go to like a kind of like
Butlins,
like it didn't feel pantomime.
No.
It was just very, very naturally funny. You got the obvious tropes of how you get a crowd over, how you get kids over and stuff like that. it didn't feel like it was.
Just felt like just purely catering to that young.
Yeah, it didn't feel in any way like I say, it didn't feel carry on. It was naturally very funny, and Tom is low key hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the nonchalance, the unbotheredness, the when Ryan accidentally hit him when he was in a moment of just going like wildly indeed. Tom tells like tries to calm him down a little bit, turns him around, blocks him. Tom, to his credit, it was like for a second, but it clearly didn't battle him too badly. But instead of going back at him or being like, what the hell, he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That was all it was. It was just like he just felt like he was the big brother, even though he's the younger one. He just felt like he was just done. Like, what? You're being stupid.
Like, try it.
No nonsense, Northern loved it.
It was very banterable.
It was the disappointment It's the disappointment of him walking back across the ring, thinking, "Why's he hit me?"
Shaking his head.
Idiot.
But you know what? Ryan fought valiantly.
He did.
He did really well. Bella only had to get involved a couple of times physically. He was on the microphone the whole time, which is, again, brilliant. I finally got, after being a fan of the Banter Bus for ages, I finally got a Banter Bus t-shirt, which I had on in the first half of the podcast, but I got to the part. I would show you. But Harvey Dent has made it a bet currently. He's lay on it, and then you look at that angel baby. I'm not going to disturb him.
No, not whilst he's calm.
That's the Banter Bus t-shirt. Got that. Yeah. I will follow Uncle Ryan to the end of the earth. I love that man so much. He's brilliant, and to actually get to see him in a wrestling match when we don't really get to see that much from him, it was really fun.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Great job, Ryan. You did great.
It was a really good way to kind of start the next part of the show. Now, unfortunately, at this point, we had to take a little bit of a break outside to myself and Nikki.
I was getting a bit too.
So I did not see this next match. And this next match, I will be watching this one online because this is actually part of the reason why I wanted to go in the first place. Because I got to catch kind of the back end of the match, which is great. But it was Salford's own Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
Salford Jack versus Jensen Vesper, the undeniable.
Okay.
Before I ask Pettis to kindly kind of take over on this one, like I say, Salford Jack is someone every time I see him, I am like, I want more. And I've said that about a bunch of people, but there's something in the same way that I like Will Cruz. I feel the same way about Jack Johnson, and it's like I'm gonna follow that dude because he's so good. He's hilarious when he wants to be hilarious. He's vicious when he needs to be vicious. When I say vicious, I mean like scary, intense vicious.
He has got an intensity behind him.
He does.
I've not really seen in many other people, and he's got speed behind him.
He does.
That you don't expect. Like for some reason, every time I'm just blown away by him every time.
He reminds me of a less fancy Alec Price from GCW as far as intensity and spirit.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
like a good salt of the earth lad who can fucking go.
Salford, isn't it?
I don't hate it. So and Jensen Vesper, who I have seen matches of, not seen live with my own peepers until this evening. But I was really excited to see what those two did together. Fortunately, I too needed to get out. So, producer Petter, did you fill us in with what happened in the match?
I thought it was a really good match, considering the previous show saw Vesper turning. Well, I say turning. He didn't really turn. It saw the formation of the monarchy, as it is called, with Vesper himself and Troy Ryan. So at the back end,
dear listeners and fans of Salford City Pro Wrestling, our producer just held up a sign saying "My King." So,
next to Salford City fan, when you see him next, support him.
So the end of the last show had seen Ryan and Jack Johnson face off. Johnson got beat after some shenanigans that saw basically Vesper and Ryan come together. Johnson wanted revenge on Vesper, so this is kind of how the match happened. Johnson just seemed to take, as you would expect, a bit of a beating at the beginning. But it was a very close contest, I thought. It wasn't... I thought it was going to be one way originally. I thought Johnson had completely beat him up. Did not happen.
Yeah.
If anything, it was more Vesper that had the upper hand for most of the contest.
When
until
I came into it was Vesper who had the upper hand.
Yeah.
And then Johnson kind of got a second wind, if you like, took over the match, and we all kind of thought things were going to go the way of Mr. Johnson. Vesper did not want to let that happen. The end of the match saw, we saw another shenanigans with a ref bump.
And fantastic reference, by the way, referee.
And a pair of knuckle dusters had mysteriously turned up. I don't know where they came from.
No.
Probably
this is another situation where you can pretty much gather where this is going, so don't worry too much about censoring yourself here, dude.
Yeah.
People were going on about knuckle dusters. I didn't see it myself.
You absolute stooge.
How much is he paying you?
I knew you saw something with Kid Lycos as well, man.
Yeah,
I didn't see that either.
I don't trust you anymore.
You got special powers that allow you to see around corners, dude. I know this.
I just can't see over people's heads.
No, that's fair excuse and fair reason.
I had Miles and Jeebus in front of me. The first half...
Salford,
Salford.
The first half of the show, I was at the front, and then the second half, I had Jeebus and Miles. So my viewing was obscured, but I didn't particularly see anything.
Miles is blaming you now.
I mean, he can do, but no, things can't change what happened.
It's in the sports almanac now. So it's on record.
The referee could have changed it, but
it was shit house. It happened.
It was, I was glad that we got in toward, like I say, we got back in towards the end to catch the end of that match, and to see the shithousery
and everything,
and to see who would come out then after the match was over. And it was someone who I would not personally describe as any kind of king. Definitely, I'd say probably a false king, someone who needs to be user, perhaps. In the King of Salford, apparently, Troy Ryan, who, again, this is, and even at the start of the show, when Jay said, and we have our King of Salford, Troy Ryan, and everyone booed.
Yeah.
So
King Troy.
Everyone boos, and every now and then Peter will just go, "Go on, Troy."
Go
on, Troy. Yes, lad. Nice one, Troy.
Can I make the point? Normally,
please do.
Joe from Damn It Vacant is with me on this. However, because it was against his boy in Decker, I was the only one cheering.
Well, you know what? I was.
Joe sold us out. Joe sold us out. That's what he did.
Oh, we're going to start beef with the Damn It Bacon.
No, I really, really like that cake. Joe is such a sweetheart for that.
You know what? I didn't.
Do you not harm a hair on the boy's head?
I didn't like the cake. You know why?
It's because you hate fun.
You know why?
Because you hate fun.
No.
Because you hate fun.
No.
Why? Tell me why.
Because I didn't have any of it.
Did I offer you something? No, I gave you a cookie instead.
No.
Definitely offered.
No.
I handed
You didn't offer me a cookie. Nikki offered me the cookie.
Okay, well, you offered treats out. Definitely offered treats out.
Did you get a Colin the Caterpillar?
No, no one did.
Oh, did you not
take them? No, they were in the car.
I brought Colin the Caterpillars, but nobody got one.
Did you go
I'll
for
bring
them?
them to Infamous.
I'm sorry you didn't get cake, but that was also my cake.
I didn't get cake either. I didn't get a try of the cake.
I promise.
This is the bastard coming out in
enjoy brownies next time. I promise cake next time I see you.
I didn't get cake for my birthday.
No, you didn't. But I did. Yeah, not at wrestling shows, but you did get cake. I made you a bunch of cakes.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
I got her a shirt.
You did? Oh, yeah, you
and
did.
A voice
yeah,
note.
You did.
And a voice note.
Hyperactive.
Oh, it was so cool. I was so glad when you got it. As well.
And then got annoyed because I thought, oh no, I've sent it in the wrong group chat. I meant to send it you. And said, we'll send it Nikki on her birthday. And I thought, oh crap, I put it in the wrong group. Because
my birthday had happened.
Yeah.
My birthday was on the 9th. So it
was a celebration of your
birthday. But it was brilliant.
Because you did say happy birthday on your birthday.
Yeah, you did.
100%.
But yeah, we had the king that everybody clearly loved so much, Troy.
Yeah, he came out to start messing with Salford Jack. Jensen hands him something from like out of nowhere almost, like it hadn't been there the entire time. A pair of feckin' knuckle dusters.
I'll have you know that was a good punch.
Just that was all it was. It was a solid
punch.
It was raw form. So Salford, who is getting beaten down now, who's going to come to his aid? It's only Andre Decker, who again another dude whose name I've heard and I've heard nothing but good things about since Pat has been talking about these things.
Yeah,
this dude rules. I've got a brand new guy right here. I was all about Decker by the end.
You do, you really fought for Decker, yeah.
You could hear Joe behind as well, cheering him throughout.
Yeah. Everyone was going wild for Decker. He definitely has. He's definitely got the crowd on their side.
Yeah.
I'd like to see, some Salford and Decker versus the Monarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Please and thank you. Yeah. I feel like that would rule.
Yeah.
However, but this was a title match.
Yes.
I believe. Yeah. No, this was a title match. Well,
yes and no.
King of Club.
They don't have titles. They have King
like
of Salford.
Within like a lord, lady, kind of thing, not physical title.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
It's different.
Dukes and shit.
Oh, Duke of Salford.
That's like intercontinental title. It's an emissary of Salford. They can go about the various places. They go across country.
Successful trip, I'd say.
This match itself, though, was again incredibly good. So much fun, hard hitting. It was. Esper is hilarious and was non-stop with the crowd all the way through. He was so.
He knows what to do.
Managing the owls and the kids, he was hilarious. His jacket was ostentatious as fuck.
Love it.
It looked like it was full of like bottles of Chambord or something like that. I don't know, but
you said it looked like Chambord.
I was really enjoying everything that he was doing on the outside. Troy Ryan is a sensational shithouse.
He is.
He's so good at it. He's got that. He literally has the evil Prince Charming from a Disney movie look to him.
He really does.
A smolder that is like I'm a bit of a bitchy villain.
I bet he would play Hans.
Yeah, like a Hans
in
guy.
Frozen.
Yeah, something like that. Or what's his chops from Gaston.
Yeah, Gaston.
Yeah. I feel like he gives Gaston vibes.
Yeah.
If there's if there's like a nomad,
without the misogyny,
like nomad or something, like he should be Gaston. But I loved it. I really loved it, and Decker as well. Like I say, brand new favorite for me. and getting us to go along.
We had a great time. We'll
It's
definitely be back at some point.
it's been this and Infamous. Next it'll be Bridge. You know what I mean? It's been really great to get out to these shows and see what it's all about. So thank you. And yeah,
That was
can't wait for the next one.
Yeah.
For the night.
Yeah, they've already sold out front row, I believe. And
not
tickets are moving quick.
less than 100 tickets, I believe, or maybe even less than 100 by now.
Something like that. But yeah, tickets are selling fast. I believe they're making today is the 11th of July, and they are, I believe, doing a match announcement.
Ooh, exciting!
So yes, keep an eye on their socials and our socials because we will just keep sharing that information. But if you can get yourself to Salford, do go. It's worth it. It's fun afternoon, evening, kind of day out. Also, I just want to say I really like their merch. You know, their white T-shirts with the Salford logo in the middle. I really like that. That's cool. So yeah, go get yourself some merch as well. But yeah, that was Salford City Wrestling.